Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. April 27th, Monday morning. Good morning. Here we go. Another week, man. Hope everybody had a great weekend, enjoyed themselves. I'm back on the home turf now, as you can see, back at the house, and getting ready to do it all over again, Lord willing. Woke up again, so I guess I got more to do. So, got to go visit some family today. Long drive, not enough days there, but you do what you can do, and when you can do better, you do better. So, it is what it is. But good time. Glad I got to visit. Enjoyed it. Definitely a long drive, but I'm looking forward to spending a few weeks here around the house. I've been running a little bit lately, so let's see what we got going on. April 27th. And we have a quote, and it's listed as from Dr. Bob to Bill W. Remember, Bill, let's not louse this thing up. Let's keep it simple. The two men who started Alcoholics Anonymous were different from each other in many ways, but they were alike in one important way. They were both alcoholics. They were also both smart men, one a doctor, the other a stockbroker. It would have been easy for them to let AA get very complicated if they let their brains get too busy. However, they both knew one very important thing. Being smart never helped them stay sober. And if they were not sober, it didn't matter how smart they were, their lives were going to fall apart. So it all rested on one thing, really. Don't drink. But how can an alcoholic keep from drinking? Or an addict keep from using? Go to meetings. Our fellow addicts will help us learn how to stay sober by changing the way we live. There's nothing very complicated about what we are doing. All we need to do is do it. Prayer for the day. Higher power, please help me keep it simple today. There is no good reason for me to drink or use drugs today, and no part of my life that it would make worse. Help me stay sober. And no part of my life that it wouldn't make worse. There we go. Help me stay sober. Today's action. I will talk with my sponsor about what happened the last time I drank and used drugs, and about how my life is different now. That's very, very good advice in my humble opinion. I don't spend a whole lot of time reminiscing about how bad, or how, I had a lot of fun when I was a kid, but how bad things got when I was an addict, because I'm not chained in that situation and forced to live there any longer. I've done some work and my life's got better, and it behooves me to remember that, but not stew in it, not live in it, not have, massive amounts of regrets. I've done my 12 steps. I continue to take an inventory. If I need to say I'm sorry, I don't get it perfect all the time, but typically I can say I'm sorry pretty quickly. And I work the program on a daily basis now, and it keeps me from taking drinks or using drugs, which catapults me always, absolutely 100% of the time, back into a life that is not fun. It is active addiction. This talks about they were also both smart men, one a doctor and one a stockbroker. It would have been easy for them to let the AA get very complicated if their brains got too busy. I talk to a lot of people in addiction, in early recovery, that are champion rationalization, people, and have, earned trophies in separating themselves. We have commonalities and differences. Commonalities and differences. I teach a group on it. If I concentrate on things that I have different from whatever it is that's going around, say like me in early recovery, I didn't have any interest in trying to find the common ground that I had with the people in the rooms of recovery. I was really concentrating on my differences from them, because that helped me stay apart from what was going on. If I concentrated on my commonalities and learned a little bit more about people, it helped me become a part of what was going on. And for me, now, me without recovery will end up drinking and drugging again. My buddy always says, I get high, we stay sober. And he just simply means that he does successful long-term recovery on a daily basis by staying a part of a program, a recovery program that keeps him around addicts and alcoholics, working to stay sober simply another day. But it talks about both of those. Dr. Bob and Bill W. were intelligent men, for sure. I have ran across many academics, man, in the rehabilitation center that I work in early recovery and long-term recovery, in the rooms of AA and NA. And, you just have to watch yourself. If you continue to try to figure the differences that you have with people in recovery, or why it's still okay for you to drink and drug, you're liable to intellectualize yourself right into the damn casket, man. Because this thing doesn't let loose. It does not care about academia. It does not care about your degrees. It does not care about your ethnicity, sexuality, education level, age, nothing. My disease is only hungry. That is it. If you happen to become afflicted with it, the good news about addiction is that you can arrest it and you can live in relative happiness if you can keep the alcohol and the chemicals out of your body and work on the reasons why we did it to the extent that we did it anyway, above and beyond the physiology of our body starting to demand it over time. But I've never seen anybody outthink addiction. That does not mean that it hadn't happened. I don't know every damn buddy, and I don't know every damn thing. I promise you, I don't know everything in the world. But I've been in the game a minute, and I did it wrong a whole lot more than I did it right. And it just doesn't seem to work. It didn't work for me when I continued to look for the reasons that I were different than the individuals and did not need to do it. And when I started to find, when I was beaten into submission by this disease and started to find commonalities with other people and a great many dashes of desperation peppered in there, really didn't have much other choice. It was try this or I thought an early death. I truly thought an early death or try this thing because nothing else was working. And the bullshit had ran its course. There was nobody else I could lie to standing around. And I lived with me constantly in fear, understanding that I was losing this battle and I couldn't make it stop, regardless of how I tried to act or show off or whatever in front of you. I knew I was in trouble. But it's not that hard, if I just keep it simple. If I just keep it simple, man. Don't run Chris's AA and NA, man. I run AA and NA as it's written and suggested, man. Chris's AA and NA didn't work for me. I relapsed. Their AA and NA, when I do it their way, has produced a long run of not just sobriety, but recovery. And for that, I'm forever grateful. So, starting to ramble. I appreciate y'all joining me. Y'all make it a great Monday out there, man. Get in there, figure out how you can help things out, man. What can you do to help stuff, man? Do what you need to do to work on your program. I appreciate y'all joining me. If you're moved to do so, please tell a friend about this little thing I do every day here. Share, like, subscribe. But either way, even if you don't want to do that or whatever, I'm glad you joined. Please come on back. Lord willing, we'll do it again Tuesday. Have a blessed day. Take care, and hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.